Okay, so YouTube over here, so it's time to live stream on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. So today I'm coming on, and I know it's later in the day, but it's 11 or it's 1:11. Get it? 111. Anyway, so let's get started before I lose too many of you. Toolsofenergyprotection.com, your metaphysical medium, Akashic Records reader, and energy shift advisor. So right now what's happening on our planet, it's 11/13/2024, and we are getting ready, as you all might know, we are getting ready for the astrological alignment of when Pluto enters Aquarius. It's going to set in the next 20 years energy. And I don't know about you, but that's going to be my last 20 on this planet anyway. So I wanted to come on today and talk to you about just a few things, give you a few tips, and let you know what's happening. And if you're needing any of help, anything that I'm talking about today, I'm going to ask you to reach out to me at toolsofenergyprotection.com. And if you will click on the one-to-one transformation sessions as part of the holidays and helping everybody to come forward with what's going on with them, I'm going to be doing some free patients. Okay, that's not an energy shift clearing. It's getting with you one-to-one, find out what's going on in your life, what's bothering you, what's not right, so we can work towards transforming you into your best life ever. Because I don't know about you, but when something's going to lock in place for 20 years, I want it to be the best 20 years ever. I don't want to spend it, in anxiety or fatigue or depression or anything like that. And this is really a big time for all of us that are highly sensitive empaths or star seeds to really shine our light. And so my question is, how can you possibly shine your light if you have all of this stress and anxiety and dark energy in you, around you, or attached to you? So over the last couple of days, I've spent some time working on my own self, and I've done a lot of different things to help me to perpetuate myself into this new time before it locks in place for the next 20 years. And I've been doing some cleansings. I've actually had body trying to cleanse things and bringing it to the surface on my face, and just all kinds of things. And if this is happening to you, where you feel like maybe you're not eating the right foods, or you're not drinking enough water, or you need to change some things, and there's a lot of fluidity in your life, this is why. Because we are at that big time of change. We're at that time where we are being required, if you will, to step up into the next level of our existence. And so if you're watching me on YouTube, click like or follow on this channel, because every single day I'm putting up tips to help you get ready for that. And if you're on Instagram, you'll also get those tips, and Facebook you will too. They're just little tiny bits, step by step, because one of my clients said to me the other day, I am in so much overwhelm. I've got the holidays coming, we just had the election. I'm trying to orient myself financially and, get another job and do this and do that. And it's a lot. And I realize you all have a lot coming at you all at once. And so that's why I'm giving these small tips every single day to get you from where we are to where we're going. Okay? And so that, I think, is it for today. I'd like to do some free consultations or complimentary consultations. So again, if you go over to Tools of Energy and do the one-to-one session transformational journey, you can send an email and I'll send you a link, and we'll just get set up that way. In the meantime, let's look at what's happening coming up. So we have got 18th coming up, and that's when Pluto enters Aquarius. And until that time, today being the 13th, kind of a funny number, we're being pushed, our energy is being pushed and pushed and pushed to come to the best place possible. And that's why so many of us are feeling like we need to get rid of people in our lives. We need to bring people into our lives. We need to get rid of a situation we've been living in for a really long time. And we're like, yeah, no, I can't do this anymore. And that pressure is building up and up and up. And so what happened for me, which may be happening for you, is I reached out to get some help. So besides doing the Akashic record clearing, and the energy clearing and healing, there's other modalities. So I reached out to a hypnotherapist because I wanted to go back into my subconscious brain and know what was hanging in there, what was causing me not to be able to move forward in the way I wanted. And a lot of stuff, more than I expected, came to the surface. So step by step, I am working through that. I don't see any questions here. Let me check. I noticed, like I said, it's in the middle of the time to come on. All right, so I'm not seeing any questions about that. Let's see if I have any questions over here on Instagram. Yes, she says, yes, I spent the first 32 years of my life full of anxiety and I wouldn't gone. Awesome. That's Neptune over on Instagram. I get it. And that's where we're at, where the universe is bringing that all to the surface so we can work through that very quickly. So if you want to reach out to me at toolsofenergyprotection.com and go to the one-to-one consultation, I'll get you scheduled for that right away, and we'll talk about what's happening in your life. You can move forward. So that's pretty much it for today. I know it's short, sweet, and to the point. Again, let me just make sure I've covered this succinctly. So we're preparing for Pluto to enter Aquarius. And what that's going to mean is you're going to feel, you're going to sense, you're going to know that there's a lot of emotional and spiritual pressure. And my guides are telling me I need to add one more thing, and that is that there are so many of you out there that have abilities. You see things, feel things, sense things, know things that other people don't. And one of my clients came to me the other day and she's like, oh my gosh, she said, I feel all of this energy and all of this pressure in the election. And so anytime you have a presidential election, you're going to have people on both sides that are, talking about what they want, why they want, and the pressure's building up. Plus we had local elections on local issues. And that was the first time, I believe, in 100 years that we had as many things on our ballots to vote for that we had 100 years ago. So I think there were 13 different things in my local area to vote for. So that's a lot of attention on a lot of different issues and people trying to sway your attention. And so when that happens, that goes up into the collective consciousness. And if you think about, every single person has a thought energy field. It's right here. So as you're thinking, as you're moving forward, everything, and positive things, negative things, they're all right here. And you want to know how I know? You want to know what proof of that is? If you're like, yeah, that woman, no, and that's not true. It is true. If you've ever had a really bad day, maybe it's so bad you don't get out of bed right, or you're running late, and you're thinking about that, and the whole day just keeps going and going and going with these negative thoughts, then what happens is that first negative thought comes and the second one comes, and then they begin to build on each other, and it affects the rest of your day, and that's why you spiral down with negative thoughts. And so imagine that energy is going out to everybody else on the planet, because we have thought energy waves. And if you're having spidey senses, or somebody asked me what spidey senses are the other day. It's a polite way of saying you feel, sense, or know things other people don't. Okay? You walk into a room, everybody seems fine, you walk in there, you can feel the tension, and you got to get out. It's because you're more sensitive. You have the ability to shift, to change, to help anchor the light into the planet. And so if you're feeling these things, you know these things, and you're in your 3D world, doing the grocery shopping, doing the laundry, going to work, doing the banking, paying the bills, whatever it is you're doing in your everyday world, and you have these spiritual senses on top of that, that's a lot more to process. Anything like me being a sensitive, and then having all of that to process, you got your own 3D world, you've got your future, your hopes, your plans, then you've got what's going on with the collective consciousness, which is every man, woman, and child on this planet, and then you have the universal energies and astrology that you deal with. And so one of the reasons I'm here is to help you, to be able to bring that into a singular focus so that you can actually live a life more joyous and not having all this stuff coming in. Anyway, All right, let me look. I think I have a question over on Instagram. Hang on, YouTubers. Uh, let's see here. Hi to Cassandra. And it says here, yes, my guides told me 6 years ago things would be okay when my close loved one turned 11. I sometimes feel crazy, but it was real. He turns 11 next month. Absolutely wonderful. That's awesome. And listening to your guides is important. And that's another skill that I'm going to be sharing with you all. So many people say, Deanna, how can you hear your guides and do what you're doing every day and, you know, what's happening and that kind of thing. And, you know, when you have spirit guides, their job is to guide you. You know, it's like having a teacher or a mentor. You're doing the work, you're going through linear time, you're making sure things get done, right? And then, you know, you might have a choice in front of you and you might need a little guidance on that. And so your spirit guides will come in and they'll kind of chirp. Some of you hear a high-pitched whine. And they say, here's something that's going to happen in the future so you can be ready for it. And that can actually be a lot of responsibility in itself. Some people have thoughts and feelings and they just kind of brush them off, and then something happens and they're like, wow, I wish I hadn't brushed that thought or feeling. This is what I'm talking about. So if you have that and you're not quite sure what to do with it, again, during the holidays, I'm offering a complimentary one-to-one consultation with me where you can just dump out what's happening in your life. Thank you for the hearts on Instagram. Thank you. And you can just dump it out. Let me know what's going on, and then we'll take it like marbles. We'll look at it. And like I said, go over to the home on toolsoferenergyprotection.com. This is my my holiday gift to all of you. And if you scroll down on the home page, it says one-to-one transformational session. And you just click on that, and it'll take you over on my website where you can put in your information, and I'll reach out to you, okay? It says schedule your consultation. Just click on that. And thanks again for the hearts over there on Instagram. Thank you. And so you put your information in, you can get a text, there's an email address there if you'd rather email me, tell me what's going on, and then we'll get together and we'll shape it up. Because the desired outcome is that you all, oh, thank you for the hearts and the thumbs up over here on Facebook. The desired outcome is that you all have a space to work, that you can line yourselves up so that when we get ready to pull that rubber band, so to speak, back to get into the next 20 years, it'll be your best years. It'll be your more skilled 20 years. You'll have your clear knowing, your clear seeing, your clear sentient, you know, focus down to a space where you can actually use it. And you can use it for your better, and you can use it for your God-given talents, and you can use it to expand into your world without being horrified. And I know myself, for a lot of years, people wanted to plug into my energy before I even was awake, aware, and alert enough to recognize it. You know, a 3-year-old, 2-year-old child being held by a parent, you know, and somebody that was in one of those secret society orders saw my energy, and they connected into it, and they drained it, and they've been draining it for years. And it wasn't until recently that I learned that and disconnected. I'm like, whoa, I feel so much better. And that is just kind of an out there concept, but I know somebody watching is going to need that because my guides want to share that. All right, I'm going to see if I have any other questions or comments. Looks like I don't have any comments or questions over here either. Let's see, this is my first time over here going live on the YouTube, so I'm not really sure about all the comments here. Let's see. Let's see if we've got anything over there. Okay, somebody over here on the live chat. I don't know. Somebody's on the live chat giving me a weird comment. I don't know. So, love, bless, release. Anyway. All right. Thank you all for coming on. I know I kind of seemed a little bit slower today. Like I said, yesterday I had a huge energy clearing many different levels and layers, and I'm still like vibrating from it, attempting to like get myself seated. And a big reminder to all of you, thank you for the hearts and the recognition. Tomorrow I will be at For Heaven's Sake Book in Denver. You can call the bookstore at 303-964-9339 303-964-9339 to get onto my schedule for tomorrow, Thursday. I'll only be there on that day. Friday, I'll be back in my home office in Loveland. And of course, if you go to energyprotection.com, and on the top there it says schedule a reading. And if you click on schedule a reading, it'll bring you right over to the book a reading section. And actually, I have a video up if you want to go see it. And it's about let me put it on pause there, what to expect when you're in a reading with me. So if you want to check that out, give me your comments back. Then what's coming up, I have, I just kind of spacey today. I have coming up on, I believe it is Friday. I believe it is, no, I'm sorry, it's Saturday the 16th. So Saturday the 16th in the I will be back doing a YouTube live. So for those of you over here on Facebook, just take my name, go over to YouTube, type in Deanna Gloyd, they'll pop right up. You all are already here, so just click subscribe. And then over on Instagram as well. And I'm going to be doing a 2-hour live where I'm going to be presenting some material that will help you all to make out what you need before we shift in this last little shift into the age of Aquarius. All right. Anyway, have a great and wonderful day. Big hugs and kisses to everybody on all of my lives. And I'll see you here in a couple days.